Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm here with Paul Heppleston via the magic of Skype, and Paul is doing the RPM challenge. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing good, thanks, Tom. How are you?
Good. So for anyone that doesn't know, the RPM challenge is the challenge that asks you to record an album in the month of February. 28 days usually, 29 this year, so you're lucky. So why are you doing the RPM challenge? Why do you think recording an album in just 29 days is a good idea?
I think because if I didn't have some sort of schedule, it just wouldn't get done. I think that's it. I got an itch that needs a scratching, and I can't seem to find the time of the day unless I'm sort of.
So kind of forcing you into it is what's getting it done.
Yeah, have to is a great master, right?
Right, cool.
Yeah.
So is this kind of your first time doing something like this, or have you attempted the RPM challenge before?
I tried to do it last year after wanting to do it for 3 or 4 years. I took a crack at it last year and didn't quite get to the target. I had a couple of finished songs and a bunch more ideas and sort of little orphans of songs, but yeah.
Are you drawing on it? Are you drawing on any of that stuff this year?
No.
Totally start from scratch.
Well, I do have a couple of ideas that have been rolling around, but I haven't recorded anything. I'm keeping to you know, the parameters, right?
Yeah. So everything is written this month. Everything's recorded this month.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. So do you, like you already mentioned that having those time constraints helps you?
Yes.
Are you kind of, do you have a plan set out, or how are you approaching this?
Well, the first part of February was a little tricky for me to find a time. I'm a teacher, and we had midterms in January, and
Right.
report cards just are about to come out, so I had marking to do. It was really, I think Saturday was the first time that I had you know, a couple of hours consecutively to work on things. So otherwise, you know, I drive to work with my music off, and I'll record ideas into my phone and come back to them, and I'm not taking any little nugget of an idea for granted, right?
Take whatever you can.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
That's right.
So you started on Saturday. You had a good chunk of time on Saturday, and how'd it go?
It started off rough, actually. My recording computer died. It was just bricked, and so I'm lucky because my recording computer is an old one that was given to me, and so it's minimal heartbreak. I've got it. My backup is actually a much nicer computer, which is what I'm on now.
Okay.
So I was able to switch it around, except that my FireWire cable doesn't fit with this computer, so now so this spot on my desk right here by my keyboard is where my forehead rested for a Saturday night, right? Yeah. So, but you know what that did actually was that I couldn't use my interface, and so I couldn't play guitar, and I'm a guitar player, and that's sort of a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So I just I could plug this guy in, and I'm not a keyboard player, but I know enough about, say, chord construction and melody and stuff like that I noodled around, and I wrote a song on keys the other night. So.
That's wicked. That's really cool. So I mean, like, that's how I guess that kind of being forced to have those constraints really helped, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if I had my guitars out Saturday, I wouldn't have turned to the keys, right?
Cool. That's awesome.
Now I've got something that I'm actually quite pleased with. So.
Do you think now you'll keep going with the keys, or?
Definitely. I mean, it's there for something, right? Yeah. I'm trying to playing in little bits with writing drum beats on it as well, and although I mean that's a whole other mindset, right?
Yeah.
I've got a friend's bass guitar over there that I've you know, I'm trying to refamiliarize myself with that. So it's interesting to do everything on my own and have to be all the different band members at once.
Yeah, definitely. So what kind of, you know, you said you refamiliarizing yourself with playing bass. So what kind of background are you coming at this with?
Well, the bass is actually where I started when I was, I think 15 or 16 when I started picking away at something. It was up at camp, and I just started playing bass. Everyone else had a guitar, and I just thought I'd play bass. And a friend gave me an old rough pink Ibanez called The Wife, and I just I got started there. And then a couple of years later, back at camp, everybody had guitars still, and here I am with The Wife, and I thought, okay, well, what the heck? I'll pick up a guitar, and I liked it, so that's what I stuck with. So, and then I did the band thing for 7 or 8 years, and played a bunch of shows, and
yeah, wicked. That's awesome. And now your first solo album, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, so before we finish up, tell me a little bit about Open Stage.
Okay, well, it's my hobby, actually. I love music. Whenever I can be involved, I'm in it, and I do something called Mr. H Presents, and it's just I like to make opportunities for young people to make music. And so actually this Wednesday I've got an open stage for the underage that I've been holding up at Brood on Bernard. And the Brood people have been really supportive of this sort of activity, and as of you actually, and lots of other people around. Just it's a great chance for people to try getting on stage for the first time, and in a friendly sort of environment. And
yeah, so this is geared at people who can't go to like the bar scene open mics, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I teach in junior high right now, so even more so. You know, I've got students whose parents would be very uncomfortable with them going up to the back lot, even if it was an all-ages show.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So that's this Wednesday at 4 o'clock?
That's right.
At Brood on Bernard.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Paul, thanks a lot.
Tom.
And hopefully we'll see your finished product by the end of the month.
Yeah, hopefully indeed.
All right, thanks a lot, and thanks everybody for watching. Take care.